Live theater, plays, musical events. These were the first things to shut down in the spring due to the pandemic. They'll be among the last to reopen. The loss of income for musicians and actors and playwrights has been demoralizing and devastating. Tomorrow, an international conference will be held called Isra-Drama. It's with the participation of theater directors from 50 different countries for 3 days. They'll get their very first exposure of new Israeli plays that are up for sale, possible production in theaters. Here's a look at some of the work. And with us now in studio, Dr. Roy Horowitz, the chairman of the conference's artistic committee. You've described this, or this is kind of explained as the Eurovision of plays. Eurovision is a competition. So explain kind of what the Isra-Drama event is about.
It's actually an annual event which brings together theater people from all over the world to try and collaborate and do cultural exchange. Some producers come here and see Israeli plays and then take them to their own countries and produce them themselves, or just invite to big festivals the Israeli productions. It's a place to exchange ideas and views regarding theater.
Talk to me about some of the challenges. Obviously this year, because of the coronavirus pandemic and because in Israel and in many countries, theaters are not open. You're not allowed to stage plays.
We share the same issues actually internationally everywhere, and some of the panel discussions will address these specific problems and challenges. I just want to correct you. From this morning, we stand on 58 countries.
58 already. Countries, even better.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah. People just keep applying all the time. The challenge was how do you actually present theater when theaters are closed. So what we decided to do for the very first time is actually to send them pre-recorded performances. They all watch the shows in advance in their own convenience, and they come after doing their homeworks for just panel discussions, one-on-one meetings with the artists behind the pieces that we selected for them.
Roy, are these new playwrights, new performances?
Yeah.
This is a showcase.
Yeah, it's a showcase of all brand new, actually, all shows from the last year. Between January 19 to January 20.
Do some of this work, do they address the pandemic? I mean, is the pandemic brought into some of the actual...
Yeah, we have a panel which we call it Takeaway Theater, which is dedicated to, small scale works. Some of them weren't even finished. They started rehearsing, and then the pandemic took place, and they had to stop. But we show what they have up to now. Some very short clips of some 20 minutes of shows that are hopefully
will be completed and produced. I mean, you mentioned now up to 58 countries. This is an annual kind of international showcase for theater directors around the world. What sets Israel apart? Is there something that's kind of unique or surprising to the Israeli experience of theater or Israeli playwrights?
First of all, let me tell you that Israel is a theatrical empire, actually, or used to be right up until this crisis. We have the highest rate of theater goers in the world per capita. Please bear in mind that with all due respect to Broadway or the West End in London, what keeps the industry going in these places are not the local people, but mainly the tourists.
Yeah, here in Israel, you need the locals to love and invest in the theater.
That's right, and they used to buy here some 6 million tickets, theater tickets every year. So it puts us in the first place in the world. I think we have a lot to offer. You can see the TV series, Israeli TV's formats, which are doing very well in recent years. I think living in such an interesting neighborhood, with the conflict, we are very much aware of drama and taking the most out of it. And
it's reflected in the work.
Yeah, and actually many Israeli playwrights became very well known worldwide. Names like Hanoch Levin or Joshua Sobol or Savion Liebrecht or Hadar Galron, they are very well known.
So as part of the Isra-Drama, I mean, if you want to learn about it, if you want to be able to see some of the what's in store, how can people learn more?
First of all the panels and all the discussions will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. You can just check it out. Israeli international exposure of Israeli theater. And you can log into our website. We have a wonderful website. This trailer is part of it. It's called exposure.israeldrama.org.
We wish you a lot of success with this really important showcase. Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Rowie Horowitz.
Thank you.